Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Common Sense Guys channel. Some of you will know me better as Jason. How you all doing? Today, I'm doing a slightly different video where I'm not taking the piss out of somebody or I'm not trying to deconstruct somebody. I'm actually quite concerned. And as you can probably tell by the actual title, it is from Desmond is Amazing. And the thing is, yes, Desmond has been doing a lot of weird stuff, as in dancing in clubs with gay men, or for gay men, should I say, and apparently getting paid for it, and other certain things that are to do with that as well. But as much as that disdains me, as much as I dislike that action, as in an 11-year-old boy dancing provocatively in front of full-grown men and the full-grown men paying the 11-year-old boy money for it, I find this even more disturbing. And the reasons why I find this more disturbing is for the reasons why we'll get into the video for. And I need to premise this before we get in any further. I am not doing this because Desmond is a advocate for the LGBTQ community. I'm not doing it because of that. I'm literally doing it because I feel that there is a problem. Now, with that problem, let's go in and actually have a look, shall we?
Hello, today is an extra special day. I'm in charge today, and I have a super special guest coming in for the first ever Meet a Queer Kid extra special episode of Queer Kid Stuff. I can't wait any longer.
First of all, I don't have any problems with people talking to kids and having a conversation about what they're actually doing and how they're actually trying to make a difference. I do, however, have a problem with people that are using kids to make political statements and political points. And unfortunately, in my opinion, and remember, all of this video is going to be in my opinion, I do not have any facts to back this up. This is all my opinion. It seems that platforms like this are using Desmond is Amazing to propel a brand of politics and to perpetuate their own definitions of politics and trying to push their own agenda and their own politics onto the children, rather than the children being able to explain what it means to themselves. You'll be able to see this very soon in the actual video itself. Now, with that little premise out of the way and the fact that I don't like the facts of publicizing or using kids as political monkey wrenches, let's get into this video.
Hi, Desmond. Hi. Everyone, this is my new friend, Desmond. Desmond is amazing. No, really, that's their real name. Hi. How you doing?
Good.
Do you have a good day today?
Yeah.
But first of all, before I go any further, this is not attacking Desmond is Amazing. This is not attacking him. But I would just like to point out how weird of an interaction that was. It seems very forced. Now, I don't know whether that's because that you have Teddy, so to speak, actually interviewing Desmond is Amazing rather than Lindsay or whatever her name was, which probably would have actually been better, but whatever. I find it very awkward that interaction, how it happened, how the arm is slightly over across the other arm and how closed off that the boy himself seems to be, and how the boy himself is making sure that there is massive amount of eye contact, even with a stuffed teddy bear. This seems rehearsed. It seems choreographed. It, to me, and this is opinion, it seems that this has been a mannerisms that would have been installed maybe by the parents, and not a natural process of how Desmond is Amazing would be. But again, that is just my opinion.
What are your pronouns and how do you identify?
My pronouns are he, him, and I identify as a boy.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
I am an LGBT activist / advocate, a drag kid, a public figure, and I love your t-shirt.
First of all, I'm not going to go into the whole pronoun thing issue. I'm not really that bothered. I don't know far any way which way that you want to. I really don't care. I would like to say I know that he's 11. I know that he's a child. But if you can't say LGBTQ and you say LGB2, maybe you need a little bit more rehearsing. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, especially if you're an advocate for that or an activist for that or a public figure for that. Now, little nitpick, I know, sorry, kind of had to be done. The main thing that I wanted to actually stop and actually point out is that Desmond is Amazing was probably struggling to find out what he was and what he was trying to articulate when he was being interviewed by that question from Teddy. As in, what do you do? And he struggled to find out what he was actually doing, and fair enough, he said all the right words, but then he struggled and stopped. And this is where I'm sure that parental coaching has come into play, and they have said to him, if you ever get stuck on a question, just compliment the person interviewing you. And I think that's what we've just seen. And I think this is a rehearsed and staged ploy. Personally. Again, my point of view and my opinion.
Thank you so much. Can you tell us a little bit more about what a drag kid does? We've learned about drag queens and drag kings on Queer Kid Stuff. We don't know what a drag kid does.
Spider Pig, does whatever a Spider Pig does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's a pig. Look out, he is a spider pig.
A drag kid is a kid who does drag. Get it? Drag kid. Haha.
I will say to Desmond there, well done, you just trolled the shit out of Teddy, and I'm so happy for you for doing that. So, tell me, what does a drag kid do? We know what drag adults do, but what does a drag kid do? You know, it's a kid that does drag, drag kid. Ha ha!
We know what drag is. That's when you dress up as a different gender that's exaggerated. Is that how you would describe drag?
Yeah.
Yes.
Poor Desmond, he just looks so bored there, doesn't he? Just looks so bored.
So, how did you start as a drag kid?
Well, when my mom was watching the first episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, I stopped playing with my Thomas toys, and I decided to join in, and that's when it started.
First of all, for anybody that didn't hear that, trigger warning, he actually was using gender-rolled toys to begin with. He was playing with Thomas the Tank. I mean, dun dun dun! But on a more serious note, him and his mum were watching telly, and he saw something on the telly, and he wanted to go and do it at a 2-year-old level, understanding of it, and his mum and assuming his dad or whatever other partner was actually trying to help him do this and go forward with this, which is fine, great. Sometimes that's what parents are supposed to do. One thing that they're not supposed to do is use their kid as political leverage and political grandstanding in their own political ideas. For instance, going into a gay club and letting an 11-year-old dance the night away in front of fully grown men while the fully grown men were giving him money for doing so. That might be something that you want to tell your kid no on.
And this was when I was 2.
2 years old? Wow! And how old are you now?
11,000 years old.
11,000 years old? You look really good.
Thanks.
So, Desmond is amazing. Why are you so amazing?
Good question.
I advise you to go and watch the video to get the full aesthetic of this, but just at that point when Teddy was going to ask the question, why is Desmond so amazing? And he says, oh, good question. It then jump cuts. Now, I'm not trying to look too much into it or be conspiracy theory about anything or whatsoever, but I think that might be where he might have needed a little bit of coaching. So after getting this bit of coaching from his mum, his dad, whatever, whoever, wherever, Lindsay herself if she so choose to, whoever, after getting his political marching orders and political stances, let's have a look at the reasons why Desmond is so amazing.
Desmond is amazing as a drag kid who dresses up androgynously and an inspiration to many others.
Now, I'd just like to point out what Desmond says at the beginning of this. He goes, Desmond is amazing because, not I am amazing because, but because Desmond is amazing because. Talking about himself in the third person, or as I alluded to in foreshadowing, was that he was being coached on what to say. And what he was coached to be able to say was that he was an inspiration to so many other people and so on and so forth, which I don't doubt that he is. But again, this is to be proven that this is coaching, because he even let slip, unfortunately, that he was talking about himself in the third person.
You are an inspiration to many others. You're an inspiration to me.
Can
Can you tell us specifically what kind of activism you do in the LGBTQ community?
I go to protests, I go to the pride parades, I go to memorials.
To be honest, I think that's absolutely amazing that a child would be able to be interested in going into protest in which that child would fully understand all of the processes that were going on and understand exactly what was going on, or actually showed interest in what was going on. I think that it is very interesting in going to a pride parade. I think that one is probably the most likely to be honest, to be honest with you. I think that that is the most honest one. But the idea of people and children going to memorials and things like that, I find that very interesting, that he would be wanting himself to go to all of these memorials, and it's nothing to do with the parents trying to use him as a political stance or political message. Now, again, I could be wrong, but this is my opinion on the matter. But at the same time, how many of these are him choosing to go to these, and how many of it is his parents choosing for him to go to these, and where else that his parents decide to take him, i.e., a gay bar, and start doing provocative dancing in front of gay men.
We did an episode about the Pride Parade. Can you tell us about your experience at Pride?
Well, I had a bunch of cameras following me, and I was with MAC Cosmetics.
And bear with me, this is going to be one of my longest synopsis or breakdowns or whatever you want to call it of this. So Teddy asks, Desmond is amazing, what is your experience at Pride? And rather than most people giving, the straightforward answer of going, oh, it's amazing, the people's there, the atmosphere is great, it's so inclusive, blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah, he goes, all the cameras were on me. I mean, I know he's 11 and I don't want to be too hard about this on him, but that's pretty nihilistic and self-evidenting to be able to say, oh, the cameras were all on me. Nothing to do with the rest of the Pride Parade, but the cameras were all on me. That self-importance, that self-gratification is quite telling, personally. And again, I know he's 11, but I want to be honest, like I would be with anybody else. And then the next bit. I was with MAC Cosmetics. I'm guessing that that's a sponsor. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below, but I'm guessing that's a sponsor. Do you think that the child was able to pick the sponsor themselves, or do you think the parents were the ones who were able to pick the sponsors? And amazing how he was able to slip that in, a sponsor, into an interview onto a different YouTube channel. Amazing how he was able to slip that in, almost like it's been practiced, rehearsed, and don't mean this literally, figuratively, but beaten into him. And I find that very interesting and telling for what is going on here. This has nothing to do with the instance of Pride Parade being something that he enjoys and is amazing for him. It's all to do about the cameras that are on him and all of the people that are paying him interest. That's what it has to do with, not doing the advocacy or activism for the cause that he says he's there for. So this is the reason why I think that Desmond is amazing, is in need of some quick help at this moment in time. And the reason why I think that he really needs some help is not because he's in the situation where he is, because he obviously enjoys what he does. He obviously enjoys doing the drag, and he obviously enjoys going to the parades and everything else like that. He definitely enjoys the attention, and I'm not saying that he should stop because of the attention or because of what he's doing. I'm not saying it because of that reason. I'm saying that people need to help him because he is being used. He is being used as a political tool. He's being used as a poster child, if you so choose to use that term, as in, this is amazing and he is fine, absolutely going well, going gangbusters and so on and so forth. Now, if you were to watch the interview in full, you would see that there are some certain issues in which you might want to have a look at and actually follow it. The link in the description box below will have the original video, so please take a look at it. When you finish watching that video, you'll be able to see that there are some very, very awkward exchanges and very awkward moments, which I didn't think were prevalent to this video, but at the same time it does add to the fact that this video is about Desmond needs some help. Now, I don't mean he needs help mentally. I'm honestly trying to suggest, and I do mean suggest because I don't know the situation, obviously, that I believe that his parents are the ones in which are pushing this. Now, if anybody from the age of 2 understood what drag was and understood what was going into it and everything else like that, the parents surely would wait until the child would understand a little bit more about it. They wouldn't put him into pride parades from the age of 4 and 5 onwards. Now, again, I'm not saying that that was the parents' sole responsibility or choice. I'm guessing that Desmond was interested in doing that himself, otherwise he wouldn't have done it. I'm not suggesting that this is all the parents that have been pushing. I'm suggesting very heavily that Desmond needs help because he's being used. He's being used as a political tool. He's not being used as an advocate. He's not being helped later on in life. And I mean this in a nice way, and I mean this in a caring way. Desmond is amazing. When he was interviewed on this, seems all over the place and seems that he doesn't really know what he stands for and what he's going for. Now, yes, he's 11 years old. I don't expect him to have all the answers. I don't expect teenagers to have all the answers. Fuck, I don't even expect adults to have all the answers. But at the same time, if you're advocating or if you're using activism as part of your title, then surely you would understand what you're advocating and activizing for. As well as trying to say that the reason why I go to pride parades is because the cameras are on me and I get paid sponsorship for putting makeup on my face. Now, that's fine if Desmond wants to do that, but don't try and point out to other people that Desmond is amazing, is a poster child for this. I don't think he is. I think that it's fine that he wants to do that, and I have no problem with him wanting to do that. I have problems with his parents using him. Now, with that being said, thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share this video as much as possible. But bye for now, guys. Thank you very much.